I told my sister that her lack of personal hygiene is the real reason no job will hire her and not sexism. My sister Amy has been unemployed for 8 months now. Every single day she comes home ranting about how some interviewer was sexist, or how the hiring manager probably didn't like women in tech, or whatever excuse she can think of. At first I felt bad for her and tried to be supportive, but after the 15th rejection, I started noticing some things. Amy hasn't showered in 4 days. Her hair looks like she stuck her finger in an electrical socket. She's wearing the same black sweater she's had on for a week, and there are actual food stains on it. When she sits down next to me on the couch, I have to breathe through my mouth because she smells like a mix of onions and that weird musty smell old towels get. Yesterday she had an interview at this marketing company downtown. She spent 2 hours getting ready, which I thought was promising, until I saw her walk out. The same greasy hair was just pulled back in a messy bun. She had on wrinkled khakis that were too short and showed her dirty white socks. Her shoes looked like she'd been gardening in them. When she came back 3 hours later, she was already fuming. They probably took one look at me and decided I wasn't good enough because I'm a woman. The tech industry is so backwards. I bet they hired some guy who knows way less than me. I was doing dishes and just nodded along like usual, but then she kept going. This is the same thing that happened at the software company last week, and the startup before that. It's always about gender discrimination. I swear these male CEOs just hate successful women. That's when I snapped. I turned around with soap still dripping from my hands and looked at her. Amy, when's the last time you washed your hair? She got defensive immediately. What does that have to do with anything? I wash my hair plenty. I pointed at her head. That is not what plenty looks like. You smell like you haven't used deodorant in days. Your clothes are wrinkled and stained. You show up to interviews looking like you just rolled out of bed. Her face turned red and she started yelling about how appearance shouldn't matter and how it's sexist to judge women on their looks. But I wasn't talking about being pretty or wearing makeup. I was talking about basic hygiene that any professional, male or female, should have. I told her about my coworker David, who got fired from his last job partly because he always smelled like cigarettes and never combed his hair. Or my friend Rita, who didn't get promoted until she started dressing more professionally. It's not about gender. It's about looking like you care about yourself and your career. Amy stormed off to her room and slammed the door. But 2 hours later, she came out and asked if she could borrow my shampoo because hers was empty. She also asked if I thought her interview outfit was really that bad. I helped her pick out clean clothes and showed her how to use dry shampoo between washes. We went through her closet and found stuff that actually fit her properly. I even let her borrow my blazer for her next interview. The weirdest part is she actually listened. She started showering every other day instead of once a week. She bought new deodorant and started using it. She even got her hair cut at an actual salon instead of trimming it herself with kitchen scissors. 3 weeks later, she got a job offer at a tech startup. Not because they suddenly stopped being sexist, but because she finally looked like someone who takes herself seriously